All right, what is good? What is happening, everybody? It's your boy Primitive AK here, back with another video for you guys, showcasing you guys how you can reduce your crashing in game, so that way your game doesn't crash as much. Because there seems to be a very prominent and prevalent crashing issue on both console and PC. So we're going to be showcasing you guys how you can help reduce that, so that way it doesn't happen as often until hopefully the developers release a patch at a later date. If you guys into the channel, make sure you guys leave a like. Appreciate you guys showing love and support, and hit that sub button as well. Gives me more motivation to make more videos for you guys, especially for the ones that show the support. It's completely free, helps the channel, and like I said, gives me more motivation. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start with PC. So I have noticed that my PC crashing has been reduced dramatically, and one of the main things that I changed on my PC was the setting known as the parallax settings. I'm not entirely sure what it does, to be honest. You'd have to ask an expert on that. But if you want to change that, you're going to need to head over to your interface settings, and if you scroll down all the way at the bottom here, you'll see there is a setting known for parallax effects. Like I said, I'm not entirely sure what this does, but this did reduce my crashing by a huge margin. So on default, this is on. You want to make sure this is toggled to off if you are on PC. Like I said, this is in the interface section. If you can't find this, you can also just type in para, and then you'll see parallax effects in the search bar when you type it in there, and you can access the setting that way as well. On top of that, I do want to make note, if that doesn't help your issue, you also want to make sure that you change your settings frequently when playing this game. I did notice that when I had the parallax effect off, I was actually still experiencing some recent crashing, and the reason for that was because my settings actually got changed after the game had crashed. And when I went to go check on my settings, I noticed that my settings were all reset to ultra settings. Now my PC is good, but it's not that good to where I can run ultra at 144 frames consistently, unlike some people that have more modern PCs. And I had to actually change all of my settings back to what they were previously, because after I rebooted the game back up, it reset my settings back to default and put everything on ultra, leading to more crashes. So you want to make sure that your settings are where you set them to when you first booted up the game, or whatever you change them to. And if you want to know what the best settings are, you want to head over to BR Paradox's Twitter. He has hands down the best settings for the game. I will leave a link to this tweet for anyone that wants to go ahead and check it out. On top of that, for anyone that is on PC, you want to head over to your GeForce settings, or just your settings in general on your graphics card, and you want to make sure that you are on the older driver for this game. This is GeForce driver 522.25. This is the newest driver that was released for DLSS 3 titles for the 4090 when it first came out, and it also boosted your frames with this recent update. However, there's actually a newer version of this driver, which is 526.47. You want to make sure that you are not on this driver. Apparently, this driver is causing a lot of the crashing issues on PC. So if you are on this driver and you're still experiencing crashing after changing the parallax setting, you want to roll this back over to 522.25, because this driver so far has been treating me really well. I don't have automatic updates on for my graphics card because of issues like this where drivers can cause crashing on certain games. So I always just install whatever driver is the most stable, and I stick with that until there is a newer driver that is equally as stable as well. So like I said, head over to GeForce Experience, check your driver numbers. If you're on 52647, try to roll it back to 52225 if you can. I think there's another one that's like 52247 or something like that. You can install that one as well. That's perfectly fine. Just make sure that you're on 522. That's what really matters here. And if you don't believe me on the drivers, well, here is a tweet from Beanox COD PC. These are the developers that work on the PC version of Modern Warfare 2. Even they confirm that 52647 is causing a lot of stability issues. So make sure you guys roll back that driver for now until they release a fix for it. On top of that, this goes for pretty much console, PC, Xbox, whatever it is that you're playing on. This applies to everybody. Unfortunately, there is an issue when you play with a party. It can lead to more crashes. Now, this is why I've been playing solo pretty much since the game has come out. This has been an issue for a very long time. I couldn't even play with any of my friends. You want to make sure that you are playing in a party no more of 2 people, including yourself. For some odd reason, partying up with friends leads to significant crashing, and this was even confirmed by the developers themselves in this tweet that you guys currently see right in front of you. And they said that they deployed a fix They deployed a fix recently. However, I still notice there is a bit of crashing when you're playing with friends. It's not as bad as it was before, but I was still having a few issues when I tried to play with a friend. So I would avoid playing in a full party. Maybe you'll be able to boost that up to a 3 or 4 man party after this recent update. But I don't know, just playing with friends right now leads to more crashing. And on top of that, I want to add one more thing here. for pretty much all consoles. When you are queuing up for a game, like let's say I find a game, after you go find a game, it's going to throw you into a lobby. You want to make sure that you avoid clicking around, changing class setups while you're in a lobby, because that can lead to menu hitching, menu freezing, which can evidently lead to a crash on PC especially. So what you want to do is before you start playing, you want to change all your classes, you want to change your perks, whatever it is that you're doing in your party settings here. So you want to make sure that you're in a party when you're doing all this. So you should not be queuing into a game until you finish getting ready to play, if that makes sense. So by the time you queue up for a match, pretty much all you do is just sit there, let matchmaking do its thing, and it'll put you inside of a game. For some reason, navigating these menus, which is horrendous to look at, it can lead to more crashing. So you just want to make sure you're not doing anything while you're queuing into matches. That can lead to more issues as well. Also, one last little tip I want to add before closing off this video for you guys today is you want to make sure that you are allowing your shaders to finish installing. This actually happened to me when I first started playing the game. I noticed that my game was crashing a ridiculous amount of times, actually when the game first came out for the New Zealand region, and come to find out, or not the New Zealand region, but the US region, and come to find out it was actually because of the fact that my shaders did not finish installing. Unfortunately, there is a very, very small icon when you first boot up the game or after you just install a recent driver, and this applies to anyone on PC that just recently installed the 522 driver that I told you guys about. There's actually a shader installation that goes on in the background, and it doesn't really tell you, like in previous games like Vanguard, there would be a bar on the top hand area over there, right where I'm waving my mouse, or it would be just right in front of your screen telling you to not play the game. But there's actually a really small icon in the top left hand area that tells you that it's going through a shader installation. And if you try to play a game, sometimes it'll give you a warning, other times it doesn't, and it'll tell you to wait till your shaders install. That can lead to more crashing, especially even if you're in the menu, it can lead to a crash. So you need to make sure that those shaders are installing after you finish installing any recent update or any major changes to your system. But anyways, guys, hopefully this reduces some of your crashing issues. Like I said, the recent update did fix some of it, but it does still happen, especially on console. Console especially is one of the biggest problems right now. But anyways, guys, hopefully this reduces your crashing, whether you're on PC or console. Let me know if it worked, and let me know if you have any tips that I didn't mention in this video. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. It's your boy, Primitive AK, signing out. Peace out, fellas.